Imagine hearing the words Stage 4, Incurable echo through a hospital hallway. Words that shatter every plan you had for tomorrow and freeze your world in a single devastating moment. That's exactly how my stepdad Rob's reality shifted 8 months ago, and I shared it with all of you in one heartbreaking post. The surgery we hoped would cure him had worked, or so we thought, until a follow-up scan revealed the cancer had spread into his stomach. Today, he's facing an incurable Stage 4 diagnosis, and I'm asking you to join us in believing that love, prayer, and stubborn hope can still make a difference. When I sat down on my couch the day I posted, I scrolled through images of Rob, laughing with grandkids, squinting into the sun at our favorite lake house dock, playfully accusing someone of cheating at cards. I could feel my heart pounding as I tapped New Story, and typed the words I never imagined sending, "Please pray for my stepdad Rob." I briefly explained that 8 months ago he'd gone into surgery to remove his cancer, and at first, we thought all of it was gone. But then it reappeared, spreading relentlessly. I wrote that I believed in the power of prayer, manifestation and love, and asked for every good thought to be sent his way. Hitting share felt like setting a piece of my soul out into the world, and within seconds the messages began flooding in, sending all my prayers, "We're here for you, he's a fighter." In my mind, I flashed back to that precious week at the lake house just a few weeks before the bad news returned. The late afternoon sun cast golden ripples across the water as we gathered around the wooden picnic table. Cards were dealt, laughter boomed, and Mom's homemade chili smelled like comfort itself. Rob, usually so quick to joke, sat quietly between my siblings and me, savoring every spoonful and every shared story. He was in his element, surrounded by his blended family, feeling normal, feeling loved. In those moments, I realized that time itself is a gift, fragile and fleeting, and that even in the face of a grim diagnosis, we could choose to build memories that no cancer could ever steal. Back in the hospital corridor where his fate was sealed, I replayed the surgeon's words over and over in my head, "Stage 4 incurable." I gripped Rob's medical chart so tightly my knuckles turned white, and tried not to break when the oncologist explained our options: immunotherapy, targeted drugs, possibly a clinical trial. "We'll do everything we can to slow it, to ease his pain, to give him the best quality of life," she said, her voice steady but gentle. I nodded, even as tears threatened to spill, because I needed to be strong for him, to promise him silently that he would not face this alone. Most clinical studies agree that when cancer reaches Stage 4, outright cures are rare. Instead, treatments aim to slow tumor growth, manage symptoms and extend survival. Survival rates vary by cancer type, from about 5% 5-year survival in aggressive forms to around 30 to 40% in others. Rob's type falls somewhere in between, tough, stubborn, but not impossible to challenge. Modern medicine offers targeted therapies that attack specific genetic mutations, immunotherapies that empower the body's own defenses, and emerging clinical trials that bring hope when standard treatments plateau. We pored over the research, consulted experts, and decided to pursue a trial testing a promising new checkpoint inhibitor. It's not a cure, but it might buy him precious months or years of meaningful life. Yet even the best drugs can't mend a broken spirit. That's where prayer, manifestation, and community come in. While science may not quantify the power of prayer, countless studies link spiritual well-being to reduced anxiety, better coping, and greater treatment adherence. Manifestation, positive thinking, and gratitude practices can lift the darkest days, sharpening our focus on what still shines. So every evening we light a candle, hold hands, and speak words of hope, each flicker of the flame a tiny declaration of faith. We've kept a gratitude journal, jotting down the smallest blessings: Rob's stubborn appetite, a sunny morning, a daughter's faithful prayers. On social media, those initial Instagram stories grew into candlelight vigils on livestream, prayer chains and comment threads, and heartfelt videos from fans and friends pledging support. The community's response has been overwhelming. Care packages of cozy blankets and prayer beads, handwritten letters, and even fundraisers springing up overnight to support metastatic cancer research. Celebrities, advocacy groups, and strangers united by empathy remind us that a single voice can ripple outward, sparking renewed attention to the challenges of living with Stage 4 cancer. Through it all, our little family has become a support circle of unmatched resilience. We meet weekly, sharing updates, fears, and small triumphs. We discuss side effects, fatigue, nausea, the gnawing worry each test brings, and we celebrate each scan that shows stability, no matter how modest. My mom makes Rob his favorite oatmeal each morning. I drop off books he wanted to read. My siblings send goofy memes to coax a laugh. In those acts of love, we find our greatest treatment, a sense of belonging, a reminder that his battle is ours too, and together we carry the weight of uncertainty so no one has to bear it alone. Most days, Rob still finds reasons to smile. He's back on the dock, skipping stones, teasing me over a bad throw, marveling at how the water catches the last rays of the setting sun. He's learning to savor each moment, each breath, refusing to let a diagnosis define his story. I believe with all my heart that his stubborn will and our collective prayers can challenge the odds. I've asked the world to join us, to send beams of love, waves of positive energy, earnest prayers, and unwavering faith. If you've ever felt powerless in the face of cancer, know this: every thought, every prayer, every shared story shines a light in the darkness. While medicine fights to slow the disease, our outpouring of love and unity fuels the spirit. So please, keep praying for Rob. Keep believing in miracles, in the power of the human heart, and in the possibility that love can indeed move mountains. Because when we stand together, family, friends, strangers, we create a force stronger than any illness. And in that force lies our greatest hope.